Everyone, and welcome to today's live event. In today's event, I will share with you the common goal setting development questions that are commonly being asked by participants. So there will be 4 questions in today's live event. So the first question I have here is, how can I have multiple goals without overwhelming myself? Yes, in life, we have many goals, correct? And we will never run out of goals to achieve. So how do we manage them successfully? So the rule of thumb is you want to focus on 3 goals at a time. Because we only have 24 hours in a day. And with 24 hours, we don't have all the time to achieve all our goals at once, right? So which means no more than 3 goals at a time. And also, depend on how small and how big the goal is. If you have small goals, then maybe you can focus on 3 goals at a time because they are small, so you have more time. But if you have a big goal that requires a lot of attention and time and effort, sometimes you can only focus on 1 goal at a time. And so depending on how big and how small your goals are, that's where you make a determine between 1 to 3 goals at a time. Okay? So if it's small goal, then you can have 3 small goals. But if it's big goal, then maybe you should focus only on 2 or 3 goals at a time. Okay? And that's important. We want to give enough time and energy to become successful with our goals. Otherwise, if you focus so many at once, then you become stressed out, and then your goal will not become successful. And when you finish achieving 1 or 2 or 3 goals, then you can add more goals to your goal list to achieve. And also another thing important to remember is that we still have our life to take care of, such as our career, our relationship, our health. And those areas need attention also to become successful. Which means you need to put time out for those 3 life areas, right? And that's why focusing on no more than 3 goals will also free up your time so you can manage those 3 life areas successfully. But if you focus on too many goals, then how will you have time for your relationship, health, and career? And then if you don't have time to improve your relationship, health, and career, then those 3 life areas will cause you to stress out. So in this case, when you have too many goals, you do not have time to achieve them successfully. You become stressed out. And when you focus on too many goals at once, you cannot manage your career, relationship, and health, which means you will also become stressed out. So and that's why if you focus on too many goals at once, your life will not become successful because your career, relationship, and health will not be taken care of. And if you focus on too many goals, you will not have time for them. And then when you not have time for them, then you will not be able to become successful. And so the rule of thumb is no more than 3 goals. Okay? And sometimes if it's a big goal, then you want to focus on 2 or 1 only. And sometimes having 1 goal to focus on is better, a lot better than 2 or 3. Okay? So you can make the decision how big or how small your goals is, and then determine how many goals you should focus on. Okay? And also to help you understand that life is not about achieving your goals as fast as possible, but it's about not being stressed out. Because a lot of people have the false mindset that, okay, the faster I achieve my goal, the happier I become. That's not true. Because life is more about experiences. And if you have too many goals at once, then you don't have time and then you get stressed out. Then every day when you take action steps, you become stressed out. And then when you're stressed out, then you're not experiencing happiness. You're not experiencing joy, right? In order for us to experience happiness and joy is when we enjoy taking action to achieve our goal. But if you have too many goals, then how can you enjoy your action step? How can you enjoy your goal when you are stressing out? When you have too many goals to handle? So you have to understand that happiness is not about achieving your goals as fast as possible. Because if you believe that, then you will put so much time and effort into achieving something that you don't have the capacity to do it. And when you don't have the capacity to do something, then you will not get the result you want. And then you will not experience the joy and happiness because you're not getting the result you want. Okay? And also, understand that as a human being, we will always have the craving to achieve more once we achieve a goal. Do not have the mindset and believe that, okay, once I achieve this goal, I will be happy and there's no more goal for me to achieve. That is not true. Okay? Even though at the moment you might believe that because you still have goal to achieve, but the moment you accomplish something, something new will manifest that you will want to achieve. But you might not know what that new goal is in the future until you achieve your current goal. So the false belief that many people have is that, oh, let me achieve my goals as soon as possible, then I'll be done, I'll be happy. But that is not true, okay? As a human being, we will always want to achieve something. We might not know what we want to achieve in the future, but it will manifest for you when you accomplish your current goal, okay? And so that's why we want to focus on the process of achieving your goals. Make sure that you have the energy and the strength to make your goal successful. Because if you believe that, oh, let me accomplish my goal as soon as possible and be stressed out right now and not be stressed out in the future, that is not the correct way of thinking. Okay, always remember that as a human being, we will always have something that we want to achieve in the future. We might not know it yet, but it will manifest when you accomplish your current goal. Okay, because when it comes to goal success, it's not really about achieving as fast as possible, right? But the key to understand is that as long as you're taking daily action steps to achieve your goal, that is goal success. When you give the amount of time and energy, the right amount of time and energy to achieve your goal successfully, you will experience joy. You will experience happiness because you're not stressing out. Stressing out is when you force yourself to do something so much that you can't focus. But if you are taking a daily action step or 2 daily action steps and enjoy the process, and you do that every day, then you are enjoying your life every single day and not stressing out. Okay? And by doing that, it helps you keep moving forward to achieve better. Okay? And not procrastinate. And depend on your lifestyle. Remember, things happen in your life that we cannot manage, right? So depend on what your life situation is, that will determine how much time you put in to achieve your goals. So like for example, sometimes you will face challenges or life situations that require attention, which means today your goal might be on hold a little bit because you have an emergency to take care of, which means you don't have enough time today to take that action step or 2 action steps to get closer to your goal. So your goal has to be on hold that moment so you can take care of your emergency. Okay, so depending on your life situation, certain days you might have 30 to 60 minutes to focus on your goal, or sometimes just even 5 or 10 minutes to focus on your goal, depending on your life situation. But as long as you are taking action steps daily, no matter how small, 5, 10 minutes, and moving forward and not procrastinate, then that is goal success. Okay? But you still have to understand between putting things on hold and procrastination. That is 2 different things, okay? So on hold means, again, you put your goal on hold because you have an emergency that you need to take care of, okay? And so once that emergency is taken care of, then you go straight back to taking action step to achieve your goals, okay? But procrastination is when you have time on your hand, but you don't take action steps to achieve your goal. That is procrastination. You would rather go do something else that's not as useful than taking action steps to achieve your goal. Then that is procrastination, okay? Procrastination is when you know you have time in your hand and you can focus on your goal than something else that's not important. So that is procrastination, okay? And another thing to remember that, again, goal success is not about how fast and you can achieve your goal, right? But it's about the excitement that you get from your daily action step. It's the motivation you get from your daily action step. If you have time to take your daily action step successfully and not stress out, then that is goal success and that is life success. Okay, you do not need to take a lot of action step. Okay, if you take a lot of action step and you're stressing out, then you won't experience joy and happiness in the process. But it is the enjoyment when you take the action step. That is where the motivation come in. That is where the excitement come in. And you don't need to rush through your goal to achieve as fast as possible to experience joy, to experience happiness. As long as you do not procrastinate, as long as you're taking at least one action step daily and truly put in the effort and learning to make your action step successful to get closer to where you want, then that is goal success, and that is where you experience joy and excitement and motivation daily, and that is where you will feel better about yourself, feel better about your goal, that you can make it, life successfully. And so you want to go through life, experience joy and happiness, right? And joy and happiness is when you put in the effort to make your action steps successful, and you don't have to take a lot of action steps to experience joy and happiness. It's about putting the learning effort and do it well in your action step and not do it as fast as possible, because when you do as fast as possible with limited of time, you become stressed out, and stress is not joy, stress is not happiness. Okay, but our key of life success is joy and happiness, and that is through taking the action step with the learning effort that are required and give you that sense of purpose. Okay, so remember, no more than 3 goals at a time. Okay, and sometimes you can have 1 or 2 goals depending on how big or how small. Okay, because joy and happiness come from your daily action step. Do you feel joy, happy, excitement when you take the action step? If you're not experiencing those emotions while you're taking the action step and you're always stressed out, then you are approaching your goal in the wrong way. Okay, so that's the first question. The second question I have here is that, how do I get better at setting goals? Well, another way to help you understand yourself to set better goals is through goal setting. You can learn a lot about yourself through setting goals. You just have to know where to pay attention to make better decisions. Okay? So again, to develop a successful goal is a practice. You have to learn how to set goals successfully, and you also have to practice to set goals successfully. And the more you practice at setting goals successfully, the more you can understand yourself, the better you are at setting goals. Okay? It's like, for example, any sport, right? The more you learn how to play a sport, the more you practice the sport, the more you become better at the sport. It's the same with goal setting. The more you learn how to set goals successfully, the more you will learn about yourself to help you set better goals in the future. So I will share with you some ways how to understand yourself through goal setting. Okay? So the first one you want to pay attention to help you set better goals is excitement. The goal that you have should excite you, should help you wake up in the morning to feel excited and motivated to take action to achieve your goal. So if you have a goal that you don't get excited, then that goal doesn't fit you. So if you have a goal that doesn't fit you, then there you go. There's something that you need to understand about yourself. That goal doesn't fit you. So if that goal doesn't fit you anymore, doesn't excite and motivate you, then you should be setting that goal. Okay? Because again, in order to become successful in any goal, we want to be excited, right? We want to have motivation. But if you are not excited and not interested in that goal, then how will you get the motivation to achieve your goal successfully? Okay? And because when you set the wrong goal for yourself that doesn't interest you, you have low motivation to take action. Okay? And without taking action, then how can you achieve your goal successfully? And when you don't take action through your goal, then you won't understand yourself, because it's only when you take action step, that's when you understand yourself. Because when you take action step, you will know where your weaknesses are, you will know where your strength is at, you will know where the lack of knowledge that you are missing, and then you can make better decisions for future goal. But without action step, how can you know those things? And so that's why you want to make sure that goals that motivate and excite you to take action steps. The more you take action steps, the more you understand about yourself to help you make better decisions in the future to set better goals. Okay? So a lot of times we set goals that doesn't motivate and excite us, right? And because we one of the things that causes us to do that is because we are influenced by society to do certain things, to achieve certain things that doesn't fit who we are. And you want to make sure your goal give you excitement and motivation. And that is one of the key indicators to know that if you are setting the right goal or not for yourself. It's the excitement and motivation that you have when achieving your goals. Because when you truly set the right goal for yourself, you will be excited. You will be motivated. Okay, I'm telling you, if you write the right goal for yourself. Okay. So another way to help you understand to set better goals and action steps is to pay attention to your action step. And pay attention to the level of effort and time in achieving your goal. So like for example, if you are interested in something, if you are passionate about something, you will enjoy learning and putting the effort to make your goal successful, right? Because when you are passionate, don't you tend to take more action steps? Don't you tend to want to learn more to become more successful with your goal? So there you go. It's the effort and learning, the effort and time you put in to achieve your goal. So pay attention to the level of effort that you put in to make your goal successful. Okay, the more effort and time you put into a certain goal, then that tells you that that goal is interest to you, and that's where motivation come in. So pay attention to your action step, how much effort you put in, how much time you put in to make that goal successful. Okay, and also the more effort and learning you put in, the better result you will get out for your goal, right? And the better result you get, the more excitement you get, the more motivation you get, the happier you become. Because with better result, we feel happier, right? We feel better. And so in that case, pay attention to your action step, the effort level. Because if you are not passionate about your goal and not excited about your goal, then why would you put in the effort to learn and take the action step? If something is so boring, then we are unlikely to take action step to learn and put in the effort. Okay, and not only that, when you have a goal that doesn't motivate you or you are not interested, you tend to push yourself to do things as fast as possible just to achieve your goal, to get it done, because you just want to get it done with that goal because you don't like it. But if you are passionate about your goal, you will take your time to learn and to apply, because you don't want that goal to end, because you are so happy in taking the action step. You don't want your goal to end. So an indicator is that if you tend to push yourself to achieve a goal so fast as possible, which means that's an indicator that you do not enjoy your goal. Because if you truly enjoy your goal and have the right goal, you will take your time to learn and apply, because you don't want your goal to end. Because why would you want something to end when something is bringing you joy and happiness, right? So pay attention to your effort level of learning and applying. If the more you take the time to learn and apply successfully to make your goal successful, that means that goal is a good fit for you. But if you suddenly find the urge to rush through something to get through to achieve something, then that means that goal might not be a good fit for you, and then you want to adjust from there. Okay, and also through your action step, it will teach you your strength. Okay, so when you achieve a goal, that means you have certain strength. Because the reason why you achieve a goal is because you have certain strength to make it successful, right? Because if you don't have that strength, then how can your goal become successful? So every time you achieve your goal, pay attention. What kind of knowledge, what kind of skill, what kind of strength, what kind of talent did you use to make your goal successful? And then ask yourself, how can you use those similar strength, talent, knowledge, and skill for future goal? Okay, because knowledge and skill can be applied in many goals. Okay, your strength and talent can be applied in many goals as well. You just need to tweak that knowledge and skill. You just need to learn how to tweak your strength and talent to fit for future goals. But all knowledge and skill can be applied across multiple of goals. Okay, and when you have the ability to apply the same knowledge and skill, same strength and talent across multiple goals, you become more creative. Okay, because creativity is about applying the same knowledge and skill in multiple of ways. That is creativity. That's how you come up with new solution, new idea through the same knowledge and skill. And that is called creativity. And so you want to pay attention to the strength and talent you have, the knowledge and skill that you use to help you become successful, and then see how can you use them again in future goals to help you become successful again. Okay? And also, through action step, you will also learn about your weaknesses. And that's another great way to understand yourself to help you set better goals. So when you fail on an action step, when you fail on a goal, it's because you lack something, right? You lack a certain knowledge and skill. So that means your failure is teaching you what you lack, and which means it's teaching you where you need to improve to have achieve better goal in the future. So failure and mistake is one of the best way to help you understand yourself, where you need to improve. So the future goal that you set for yourself, you know where you need to learn so you can become more successful in the future. Okay, and so that's why learning from your mistake is one of the best ways to increase self-understanding and to lead to personal growth. And another thing to help you set better goals is to focus on setting goals that will align with internal motivation. Okay, internal motivation are qualities within us such as happiness, meaning, purpose, and fulfillment. Those positive emotions is what we want to experience as a human being. And you want to make sure that you set goals that are aligned with them. So in order for you to know how to set goals that are aligned with them, then you want to learn about those areas, about happiness, meaning, purpose, and fulfillment. And you need to take out the time to learn, because those areas, you don't know what those are the moment you're born out. The knowledge doesn't automatically come to you when you're born out as a human being. So you want to take some time to learn what happiness is, what meaning is, what purpose is, what fulfillment is. And when you have better understanding of what those qualities are, then you can make better decisions on which goal best fit those qualities. But if you never learn about those qualities, then how will you know which goal fit those qualities? And then you're more unlikely to set the wrong goal because you don't know what those qualities are. So take some time to learn about those qualities. The more you understand about those qualities, the better decision you will make to set better goals that align with those positive qualities that give you positive emotion when you take action step. But also, when you learn more about those positive qualities, you have better chance of blocking out external influences, okay, about that society is trying to influence you to do things that doesn't fit with those positive qualities. Because society sometimes influence us to set goals that doesn't bring us happiness, that doesn't bring us meaning, that doesn't bring us purpose, that doesn't bring us fulfillment. Okay, they will influence us to set goals that is that drain us out. But if you know what happiness is, and if you know what meaning, purpose, and fulfillment are, then you can block out society influences. Because when society tries to influence you on something, and you know that's not happiness, then you say, "Oh, they are wrong." Then you won't be influenced. But if you don't know what those positive qualities are, then you are more likely to influence by society. Okay, and that's why it's so important for you to take some time and learn as much as possible about happiness, meaning, purpose, and fulfillment. And again, the more you learn, the more you can make better decisions, but also help you block out external influences so you can make better decisions. Okay? So that is the second question. So the third question I have here is, how can I stay accountable with my goals? Well, the first one is your goal important to you? Okay? A lot of times we make goals that are not important to us. Does that goal help you further your life? And again, if something are important to you, you will put in the time and effort, right? But if you are not putting the time and effort, that means that goal is not important to you. Okay? So because if your goal is not important to you, then you feel like, oh, that's not important. Then you're more likely to you're more likely to influence by distraction from other things and other people. But if you have something that's important to you, then no matter what happened from the outside, you say, oh, I got to do this. I got to focus on my goal because it's important. But if you are likely to be pulled away by distraction, then that means you have goals that is not important to you. You might say that's important to you, but it's all come down to your action. It's all come down to your effort. Okay? If you're not putting the effort in to do something, then that's not really important to you. Okay? So if you're more likely to get distracted, then reevaluate your goal. Is that goal important to you? Okay? But if it's something that's important to you, you will stay focused. Okay? And you are unlikely to pull away from distraction. And the second thing to help you be accountable for your goal is to develop the commitment mindset. Okay? We have to be committed to our goals. And there are two things when it comes to commitment. Again, it's all come back to time and effort. Okay? In order for your goal to become successful, you need to put in the time, right? Because if you don't take the time out to take action, then how can you achieve your goal? So the time is commitment. You have to be committed to your goals. Okay? So like for example, if you have a job, do you go to work late? No, right? If you go to work late, then you get fired. The reason why you don't go to work late is because you are committed to your work. Because if you know that if you don't come to work on time and you get fired, then how can you support yourself? How can you make an earning to support your survival need? And so you go work on time because it's important to you. Because survival need is important to you. Because without the money, how can you survive? So every time you go to work on time, it's because you consider your work important to you. You cannot miss it. And so in that case, it's the same with your goals. How committed is to your goal? Do you show up for your goal on time? Okay? So if you set a date and time for your goal, you need to be committed to your goal. If you say that you set a time at 3 p.m. to achieve your goal, you need to show up at 3 p.m. to take the action step to achieve your goal. Because if you don't show up to the right time to achieve your goal, then you won't get that great feeling. You will feel very bad. So in this case, when you don't go to work on time, you get fired and then you feel bad. But if you don't show up for your goal on time, you will also feel bad because you won't be able to experience that happiness, that joy, that purpose that come with achieving your goal. So if you don't show up for your goal, then don't expect for yourself to experience those positive emotions that we want to experience as a human being. Okay? Commitment, on time. You have to be on time for your goal like you are going to work. Otherwise, you will not have the accountability, the motivation to achieve your goal the way you want. Okay? You cannot have the mindset of saying to your goal that, oh, I will do it whenever I feel like it. That's the wrong mindset. Okay? If you have that mindset, then you're more likely to procrastinate on your goal. And again, when you procrastinate, then you will not put in the effort and time to achieve the goal that the goal requires you to achieve to become successful. So the next component of commitment is effort. Okay, you need to put in the effort to make your goal successful. Okay, so like for example, going back to work. If you are working and you do not put in quality work and you just do whatever and the result is not great, then you're more likely to get fired, right? Because the quality of work is not there. Okay, so in this case, it's the same with your goal. You need to put that 100% effort in to get the quality result out of your goal. Okay, because it is the quality that will get you the positive emotion. Okay, because when you put in quality of work for your goal, you will get good result, right? And when you get good result, then you feel better, you feel good, you feel more excitement, meaning, and purpose. So you want to put quality of work in. Okay, but if you put poor quality of work in, then you will not get great result. And then whatever you do for your goal, you won't feel excited and motivated because your result for your goal is like not good. And when you have poor quality result, then you won't feel excited. You won't feel motivated. And then decrease your accountability to keep moving toward your goal. Okay? So when you feel like your goal doesn't give you motivation or that positive emotion, then reevaluate on your effort. Then you put the effort in. Do not expect to get 100 results when you only put in 50% of your effort. Okay, that is an illusion. So if you're not getting the result you want and experience those positive emotions that you want out of your goal, then that means your quality and the time, the commitment level that you put in is not strong enough. Okay. And another thing to help you be accountable for your goal is to develop the mindset that what you're doing for your goal is the right thing. It's good for you. Okay. You don't need to get to the end result to feel good about yourself. Okay. You do your action step because it is good for you. You do it because it's good for your life. If you don't see the result at the end, you still take the action step because you believe that your action step is good for you. Okay, no matter what. Okay, so like for example, let's say that you have a weight loss goal, and in order to lose weight successfully, you have to eat healthy, you have to exercise, right? But the emphasis that you want to focus on is that when you're eating it healthy and exercise, you do that because it's good for you and not really about weight loss result. You eat healthy, you exercise because it is the right thing to do. You do it because it is the good thing to do. You don't need to have the result outcome to feel good about yourself because you want to have that mindset. You do it because it's good for you, okay? And because when you think like that, when you face a big goal, you will have more motivation to become successful. Because when you have big goals, the distance to achieve that goal will be long, right? It will be difficult. But when we see something long and difficult, then we feel discouraged because it's so long. We don't know how long it's going to take. And we want to achieve that goal as fast as possible, but because it's so long and you don't know how long it's going to take you, then you feel discouraged. But if you are focusing on the process by doing the right things, such as, okay, I eat healthy because it's the right thing. I exercise because the right thing. Even though I do it for weight loss, but the mindset is that you do it because it's the right thing for you. Okay? And when you think like that, you will not feel discouraged when you don't see the result, instant result. But you do it is because it's good for you. And all the goals that you have, you want to make sure you feel that way, okay? And we will have big goals that it will be long, that will be so long and be so difficult. And sometimes we get discouraged. Oh, when will I get there? And when you keep thinking like that, you decrease motivation. And when you decrease motivation, then you are unlikely to take action, okay? So you always have that mindset. My goal, my action step, I do it because it's good for me. Even though I might not get the 100% result at the end, but I do the action step anyway because it's good for my life. Okay? And again, but the irony is that if you are truly putting the effort and time in to achieve your goal, you will achieve your goals no matter what. Yes, it might not come early or soon, but sooner or later, you will achieve your goal if you are doing the right action step. Okay? But the key is that if you have a goal that's long, then it might be, discouraged at the beginning when you can't get there as soon as possible. And that's why you want to develop the mindset. My action step, I do it because it's good for me. Okay? I do it because it will help me in the moment to become a better person. And when you have that mindset, you have more motivation to keep on moving forward and be accountable for your goals. Okay? So the next question I have here is, how do I manage my goals successfully? Okay. Yeah, we have a lot of goals, right? And we want to make sure we don't it's everywhere. So one of the ways that I do to help me manage my goal is to have a goal binder. Okay. So in that binder, you want to create different sessions for your goal. You want a session for your career, for your relationship, for your health, or for personal interest. You want to have all those sessions in your goal and divide them evenly. You also want to have short-term goal, divide into medium and long-term goal. By separating them, it's easy for you to see and to keep track. Or if you discover a method to help you, arrange the binder successfully, do it. Be creative. Do it in a way that help you visualize, to help you keep yourself accountable, to help you manage and not be so frustrated. Okay? And another thing you can put in the goal binder is to a master goal list. In addition to all the session, you want to write all your goals down in one document. And in that one document, you want to split it up also. Like, you want to have a header that say goal, career goal, relationship goal, health goal, and whatever header you want in one document. And then you also want to list all your goal down under that header. So whichever goals fall under career, you will list under career. And whichever relationship you have, then you want to write down under relationship. Okay, by doing that will help your brain see clearly of what goal is under where, to help your brain see clearly, to help you become more accountable, to help you motivate yourself more to achieve more. Okay, and as new goal come up, then you want to put down the right heading. So in the future, if you have a new career goal or relationship goal, then you want to add them. Like, yeah, remember, going back to as a human being, we will never run out of goals to achieve. Okay, once you achieve a goal, a new goal will manifest. Okay, so when a new goal manifests, you just need to keep adding. Okay, and keep adding. Okay, and every time again with a new goal, then you want to put in the different section as well. And by doing that, it will help you keep track and manage your goals successfully. And also, you will also want to have a session, action step. Okay, you also want a session with all your action steps, because you're going to create action step for your goals, right? So you want to have a session where you put all your action steps in to help you see and organize it. Okay, and the last session that you want to have is a knowledge victory section. Okay, at the end or in the front, you have a victory section. So whenever you achieve a goal, you want to put it in the victory section to help you visualize and help acknowledge your victory that you did. By doing that, you will be proud of yourself. You will acknowledge your purpose and your potential. Okay, and that is one way to celebrate your success, is to put in the victory section. By doing that, you are celebrating your success. Okay, by just doing that little thing. And when you see your success, you tend to be more proud of yourself. Okay, and by doing the goal binder, it will keep your purpose, help you see your goal more clearly and your purpose more clearly, to help motivate yourself more. And also your goal, it reinforce your success. Okay, reinforce the strength and talent, the time and effort you put in to help your goal successfully. Okay, and so that's how one way to help you manage your goal. Okay. So the last question I have here is, how do you get high school students to be more goal-orientated? Okay, so one of the best way to get high school student or anybody, to set more goal is to explain to them about the benefit of goal setting. When we hear about the benefit, then we're more motivated to do something, right? So I will share with you 6 benefits of how goal setting can motivate you or high school student to set more goals. Okay. So the first one is personal growth. Like I said, goal setting, the purpose of goal setting is personal growth. Okay. Yes, we have goals to reach our destination, but the true purpose is self-understanding. Because when you set goals successfully, you will understand your strength, talent, quality, and personality. Which means the more you understand yourself, the more you can make better decisions in the future, right? So if you set goals successfully, it's the best tool for self-understanding, okay? So in this case, setting goal is a personal development journey, okay? The second benefit is that will help students discover solution better. Because when you set goals successfully and clearly, it's written down on a piece of paper. And when your brain can see something clearly, then it can come up with better solution. But if you don't set a goal and you just have your goal inside your head, then it's very difficult for your brain to see the solution. Because when you have your goals inside your head, there's a lot of thoughts that is also running inside your head. And when your head have to compete with all those other thoughts with your goal, then it doesn't know where to focus on. But when you have your goal down clearly on a piece of paper, then your goal is separate from your other thought inside your head. That means your brain can see your goal clearly. And when your brain can see it clearly, they come up with a better solution. Okay? So like for example, let's say that you're driving and it's so foggy, right? And when it's so foggy, you tend to drive slower, right? Because you can't see the road clearly. It's the same with your goals. When your goals are inside your head, the thought of fog. And when your goal is among the fog, then the brain can't see your goal clearly. But when it's outside your head, that's written down on a piece of paper, then it's away from the fog. And then so that's why when you set goals successfully, you can see it successfully. That will help your brain come up with a better solution. Okay? So every time that students have trouble with coming with a solution to anything, encourage them to set goal, and it will help them come up with best solution. The next benefit is that it will increase their focus. Okay, when you set goals successfully, you can clearly see your action step, which means you can better focus. A lot of time people lose focus because they are not clear on what they need to do, and when they are not clear on what they need to do, then they lose focus. Okay, so by setting goals successfully, your action step is very clear, which means you can better focus. And so this leads to the next benefit. It was that it will decrease procrastination. Okay, sometimes a lot of time people procrastinate because they don't know what they need to do. Okay, they have their goal, but they don't know what to do because their goal is, the action step is not clearly mapped out. So they procrastinate because they don't know what to do. But with goal setting, when you write down clearly what you need to do, then you know what you need to do, which means you will come up with a better solution. And when you come up with a better solution, you are more motivated to take action, right? Which will decrease procrastination. And also, the another benefit will decrease random action step, and that is important, right? When you are clear on your action step, you know what you need to do, and you don't need to guess yourself, do I need to take this action step or not? But when you set goals successfully, then you know what you need to do, and you don't decrease random action step. And which is very important. You know, we have a lot of goals that we want to achieve, right? We don't want to waste time. We don't want to waste our energy, right? Because we have so many goals that we want to achieve. We want to make sure that we take the right action step most of the time and not random action step or the wrong action step, right? Because we have limited time. And so through goal setting, it decreases random action step. It will give you more time to take the right action step so you can achieve more goals in your life. And the last benefit is that successful goal setting will help you build the commitment level, your commitment, okay? And again, commitment is so important when it comes to achieving your goals. Because when it comes to success, it is not the goal that is difficult to achieve that many people fail, but it's the lack of commitment, okay? Because in today's society, in the 21st century, no matter what goals you have, you can achieve it, okay? No matter how difficult or how hard, you can achieve that goals. It just depends on your commitment level. Are you able to commit to that goal and find the solution for it? So like a lot of time, the thing that prevent people to achieve their goal is the commitment level. So like for example, let's say that you have a habit of stopping your goal after 3 weeks, okay? Like you work on your goal, and when you hit that 3 week, you tend to lose the commitment level. You tend to lose that motivation because you never build that habit of going over 3 weeks. So pay attention to your goal and why you quit. And a lot of time we quit is because of commitment. And pay attention to when do you quit, okay? And we are creatures of habit, okay? We tend to quit at the same or similar time all the time. If you tend to quit your goal at 4 weeks, most likely most of your goal that you quit most likely align within that 4 weeks, okay? So pay attention. If you fail or you seem like to quit on your goal, see when you tend to quit, okay? Which week, okay? Or which time. And that will tell you a lot about yourself to increase your self-understanding. But with successful goal setting, it will help you create successful action step, right? Which means you have more motivation to take action step. You will learn more about yourself. And when you fail on an action step and you learn more about yourself, then you're more likely to be persistent, right? Because you know where where you need to learn, which means you'll be more persistent to keep on looking for a solution to keep on moving forward. And that's successful goal setting. But if you set goal wrong and when you fail, then you're unlikely to know how to pick yourself back up. And then that's how we lose motivation to continue moving forward. But with successful goal setting, even if you fail, you still have a path, you still have the motivation to keep on moving forward, to find new solutions, to create new action steps with successful goal setting. Okay? And that's why successful goal setting give you the persistence that you want to keep on moving forward. And also, the more persistent you are, the more that means the more you are committed to your goal. And that's why every time you set goal with action step, and every time you take an action step that you create, you are building your commitment level. Okay, so the more you take action step on your goal, the more your commitment level increase. That means will help build your commitment level to achieve greater goals in the future. Because when you have great goals, when you have big goals, it requires a high level of commitment. Okay, so by having small goal, but by keeping your commitment to your small goal and action step, you are building the habit of commitment. So when you have big goals in the future, you are ready and you are not likely to quit. Okay? So that's the end. That's all the questions that we have today on goal setting development. So I hope you enjoy the event and I will see you next time.